got things I gotta handle. Okay. I think some things that I seen in the news was pretty not shocking. I seen about the DL Whisper guy. Eventually something was gonna eventually happen to him because that shit that he was doing. I don't promote it. Me personally, I didn't really like it because it's like, why are you telling on us? That's DL or just they may not want their business out there like that. Why would you want to snitch on them? You know. Now I can see if you was talking to that to one of their hoes, I can see something like that. But all this getting about in front of the camera and you want everybody to know who you messing with, that's the part I don't like. No, because I feel like a lot of the things should be kept behind closed doors, even though sometimes it can be caught on camera. Because anything can happen. But sometimes you can prevent some of those situations that he was doing, and showing to the world. He could have prevented a lot of this shit from happening. I don't understand it. Hold on, you guys. I don't understand it. I really don't. Mm, I really don't. I didn't get that. And then going to people's houses, I ain't got to go to nobody else. I ain't gonna lie. I did go against the grain. I went against the grain one time, and I popped up at a few places, but I would never do that again because that was immature of me, and you're not supposed to do that because that's people's privacy. But what he was doing was just out of order. It was out of order, and now that nigga's facing some time, and it's sad. But well, it ain't sad for me because I don't feel nothing for him. But it's just sad that it take all of this to get you here. You're in a place where you may not even want to be at right now. I mean, from what I heard, I don't even think the nigga got a bond. I think he got a bond. But shit, do he deserve a bond? My thing is, hell no, if you stalking somebody, shit, your ass deserve to be put down somewhere, tamed. Who got time for all of that? Because I ain't gonna lie to you, sometimes you gotta learn how to let go. Because you don't want to come off as crazy. If your heart is telling you to do this and do that, and not really your heart, but your mind is telling you to do this and do that, and it really has you looking kind of crazy out here, and you can't be foolish, and it's important to just say, hey, it didn't work out, so hey, go find somebody else. It ain't nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you gotta go find somebody else, and you may find a little happiness in that. And then, if that don't work out, you go find somebody else. The cycle never ends when it comes to you, interacting with somebody else that may be new. They can be, I would say stay at a certain age, because I was a young cat out there, and, I was, man, being with people that's 10 years older than me and sometimes a little older, I learned my lesson. But now that I'm older now, shoot, I don't know. I don't want to too much kind of entertain that anymore either, because it's like, what do we got in common? Nothing. Besides, doing what we was doing. But other than that, we didn't have too much in common. That's why they thought they could, control me, and you ain't finna control shit over here. No, I'm not your child, because some of them had children. You're not controlling nothing over here. No, you're not. Nope, not at all. Not at all. You ain't controlling me. But it's all right. It's just a lesson learned. A lesson learned, and situations a couple of situations that I ain't got to go back to. I ain't looking for nobody to hit me up. Reconnect like old times. Hell no. Stay where you at. I'm good. I am A-OK on you. We done had our dealings. We are fine. We are fine. And me personally, I just rather deal with one person. I don't want to deal with Tom, Dick, and Harry. Like, I can't, that's only, I would say if you want to do that, you can do that. But me, if I just want to be rocking with one person, I just want to rock with one person. I can't be rocking with, two or three people. Now, if dating, if I was like that, but no, even with dating, I just rather just talk to someone with just one person. And if that don't work out, shit, it don't work out. Shit, I ain't gonna be tripping. Cause shit, 9 times out of 10, you'll see people true colors, and you gotta watch out for that. That's why I say it's important just to know who you're dealing with. Yes, indeed. But at the same time, I don't regret meeting certain individuals because they taught everybody that came into my life that I never knew as blood. You know, they taught me a lesson. They all did. They taught me a lesson, when I tell you that lesson will always remain within my soul. hmm That's why I can't be no fool. I can't be no fool. I ain't finna be no duck. Excuse me. I ain't finna be no duck out here. I can't. Nope. At all. If I like you, I like you. If I don't, I don't. Nine times out of 10, I mean I like you too long because you start showing me signs. You gotta go. That's why I'm content with just being right now by myself and just getting myself together mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Even though I haven't got to the spiritual part yet, and I'm still lacking in that department, but I'm trying to get it together. And I just got to work on some things that I was trying to, that I've been doing. So yeah, that part is coming up. It's all about just growth and change. If you in my eyes, even though we have moments where we slip up and we go back to the same old things, but it's important to just sometimes just try to break away as far as you can. Shoot, it's hard. I ain't gonna lie to you, it is hard sometimes. Because I be enjoying a lot of things that I do, and I know I gotta slow down on a lot. People tell me all the time. They always want to ask about certain things that I'm doing. So I don't get a pass. I don't get a pass at all from nobody. I don't get a pass at all. At all. At all. But it's a beautiful day. But it also has been a little chilly. A little chilly, which I ain't mad about it. But at the same time, I'm just glad we ain't got no snow. I'm just so happy that we don't have any snow at all. My only concern is just trying to find something to eat at night. Damn. Like right now, I got me a good old steak up in there that I'm finna have some potatoes with it. Chop them hoes. I'm gonna slice them hoes up. Boy, I'm finna eat good tonight. And I'm gonna have me a little carrot on the side. I'm gonna fix it up. I'm gonna fix it up. I'm finna fix it up. And that's gonna be dinner tonight because I'm tired of eating chicken and rice. I've been eating chicken and rice for the past 3 days, and I've been really mixing it up with a little cheese on the top of it. And you guys gotta try that too. Add a little cheese. It's almost like a little casserole to me. You know, add a little cheese add a little cheese on top of that, and babe, when I tell you, good, it's good. And then last time I asked, I got a little fancy, and I decided to just put some potatoes in the air fryer, chop them hoes up. And shit, baby, when I told you I didn't even need any, I try to watch out on the salt and the butter and all that stuff. So, I didn't eat none of that. I ate it like it was. Look, it don't take much for me. Some people may call it bland food, but me personally, it's just for me, I like it like that sometimes. Give my body a break. I'm other sugars in my body. So shit, just shit, calm down on this one. Yes, indeed. What's up, Beauty? What is Beauty? 633. How you doing? But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my meal tonight, baby. Yes, indeed. And I'm also trying to get this dog some more dog food. I have to buy him some dog food. He's getting bigger. I'm feeding him. You know. And then he liked he liked to do a little shouting, a little barking at nighttime because he be thirsty. So I be like, okay, all right, baby, I got you. And I ain't gonna lie to you, having a pet, it kind of reminds me of having like a baby. It's like, oh my goodness, I gotta feed you, and I ain't gotta clothe you, but I gotta make sure you straight, in certain areas, and yeah, and hopefully you can live as long as you can, in my care. Because if I go in a place where I can't have a dog, I'm gonna have to give him up. Because ain't no dog worth where I'm gonna be laying my head. You gotta go. I can unattach myself to an animal. Even though I like cats, I know how to unattach myself. I ain't gotta have you so underneath me so long. Like even when it comes to a pet fish, I still got one fish right now hanging on by a thread. I can't wait till he go. I got tired of feeding him, but I still feed him. But I'm tired of watching him. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm tired of watching him. I ain't lying to you. I can't wait till he croak. I'm getting rid of that tank, baby. As soon as he die, I can't wait. That sounds so terrible, but it's the truth. It's the truth, you guys. I'm trying to be up for this damn petting thing, just, when it comes to pets. I'm just trying to have, I'm trying my best. But boy, I'm used to taking care of me. I'm not used to, adding other things and, into the mix when it comes to me. I ain't lying. It's the truth. Like, shit, hell, money that I'm spending on them, I could buy it. I can spend that money on me. Shit, I can get their asses back. I ain't gonna lie to you. Donate their asses. Somebody always want a pet somewhere out there. Hell, y'all can even rename it. I wouldn't give a damn. I ain't gotta put up with it no more. Pick up shit all the time, then you can't really bring them in the house because they have your house smelling like them. I can't deal with that. Like some folks, they could be so immune to having pets to the point where they may not smell that odor. Me personally, I don't like it like that. If I smell that odor, I feel like damn, you're nasty. I feel like something. I feel like it's somewhere where they done piss and shit somewhere. Excuse my language, but it's the truth. But yeah, I just can't rock with that. And some folks can, I can't do it. They have to stand outside. They are meant to be outside. Now it's okay if you want to have them in for a little short time, but at the same time, don't have them in there for too long because they're gonna be peeing everywhere, especially if they ain't trained. When I tell you, I wish they was like cats. Cats, they can, if you wipe the back of they legs onto the kitty litter, they can poop, and they know where to go and how to hide it. But you guys, even when it come to that, you gotta change that kitty litter. Some folks don't like to change the kitty litter sometimes. It's like, damn, you letting that shit build up. That's gonna become an odor in your house, and it's gonna become a problem because when people come over, they gonna smell that shit. Okay, when it comes to animals out there, when they just be pooping and pooping and peeing. Oh my goodness, they will have your house smelling like a zoo. And now who wants to go through that? I don't. That's why I would never ever look. I don't even know how much in like I am about cats. Ain't no way in hell their ass is gonna be all up in my shit, laying on my shit, scratching my shit up. Nope. And I don't need nobody having no babies. We ain't finna be having no litter around here. This ain't no camp. For cats and dogs. Hell no, they ain't doing that. Smelling, then after a while, the back, if you have them in the backyard, if you ain't if you ain't keeping up the maintenance, back there, like Tulsa, how Tulsa backyard is, trashy, just really run down. Like, you can tell they don't take care of nothing back there. They just let them run out there and just dig holes everywhere and things like that, which I don't understand. You should, do something about that, But yeah. If you have a backyard like Tulsa, yeah, your shit gonna be smelling, and it's gonna that funk. It's gonna linger. It's gonna linger in there, no matter where you may be at. It's gonna linger in there. I ain't lying. I am not lying. Look nasty, and if they nasty like that on the outside, I can only imagine how it is on the inside because they letting them dogs coming all through the house. I've seen it. I'm like, what? Who the hell allowing puppies all in the house like that? That's nasty. I can only imagine the stand, and to look at that garage. We got a carport. Okay, but as you guys can see, and y'all may have seen it, we may have had maybe a one thing underneath it, but it ain't junky. That shit is junky. It ain't even put in order. You need to organize that shit before you get back online, because that tells me right there, y'all some nasty niggas too as well. You just know how to hide it. Yeah, showing the good parts of the house that's kind of halfway cleaned up. We know what you're doing. You ain't slick either, nigga. You ain't slick at all. I'm just keeping it real. Hopefully she will understand. No, hopefully he will understand. I'm sorry, I misgendered that nigga. I'm sorry. let me calm it down so I don't get ahead of myself. I'm trying to work on myself. So sometimes it's hard when it's when it just comes out. It just comes to my it just comes to my brain. And let's talk about another nigga, another thick tongue nigga, another nigga that's willing to post himself on a picture with heels on, but he say he ain't gay. That nigga, I ain't gonna say he can't get too much light on my channel, but nigga, if you ain't gay, but and you a heterosexual male, why are you promoting that on your channel for what? That's not funny. Because obviously you are telling the world something. Like I told you on your platform that night, because you love judging me, so we gonna judge you today, baby. You need to come on out the closet and just tell the world that hey, I'm gay. I'm gay. I like dick. Okay. Look, and for me, I don't understand it when it comes to niggas, all that judgy shit. Oh, you ugly. Well, nigga, damn, I'm supposed to be looking good to you, but you straight though. So am I supposed to be looking really, really good to you, but you straight? I don't get it. What's up, Noted 1X? I don't get it. You want to judge me talking about my looks, nigga? Damn, I didn't know I was supposed to be looking fine for you, Mr. Straight Guy. But obviously, you ain't that damn straight. And I know you're not. I know you're not. I can feel it in my soul when you talk. Ooh, child. Who is going around here and saying, ooh, child? That's a heterosexual man. It's bad enough that the heterosexual men, they be out here saying shade, I'm a drag. I mean, they fail to realize they're not even supposed to say that. They're not. They're not even supposed to say that, but they out here saying drag and stuff, and they straight saying, I'm a drag, I'm a drag. But nigga, you ain't supposed to say that, nigga. That's for the gay folks. But they ooh child, all that ooh child all the time. I could have sworn last time I was watching Sean Bradley video, I could have sworn I heard the nigga on the channel talking, and it sounded like him, but I could be wrong. It sounded like him. And look, I ain't gonna lie to you. He was telling us a lot. But like I said, nigga, I know nigga finna be portraying themselves to be in no high heels, and you say you like this and you like that, yeah, and you want to say you ain't gay, I just don't see it. It's the truth. I ain't putting it on mute. I can't. It's the truth, baby. It's the truth. You need to come on out. You look, and then I love it how some of these niggas, they love to entertain the gay, the homosexuality of it all. They love to entertain it. Ooh-wee. Thank you for giving us attention. But you know what? It is, I'm not gonna lie. I appreciate it because it's almost as if like we know what you are, but we like you at the same time, because you can have straight friends out here that's like that can fuck with you. They know that you're gay. Look, I got friends that know I'm gay, and they are straight, full-fledged straight. They got, even though the stereotype, when it comes to certain men, they be like, oh, you can have kids and be married, and then, yeah, you can do that. But I know these niggas ain't like that at all. They don't play that shit. They are let it be known in code. So you just got to pick it up. But I'm just saying, yeah, you can have, and I feel like, these niggas on here, they kind of remind me of the niggas that I know in my real life, and that's cool with me. Shit, hell, I ain't got a problem with what y'all do. I ain't worried about who you sleeping with at all. And that ain't my business. Shit, I never worry about anybody, who you sleeping with. Look, I don't give a damn what you doing. Whether you're sucking or licking, I don't care about that. That ain't my thing. I'm only worrying about what I'm doing. Honestly, I am. I'm only worrying about what I'm doing. I ain't got time to be all in other folks' business. But I do like the fact that some of the people that do come over here, you can tell which ones are the. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a lot of questions. Some of them can be questionable. Yes, indeed. I would be messy as fuck because I did hear one nigga say something about another nigga ass. I was like, wow, you said that? Wow. And no one said anything. I was shocked. I was like, wow, you said that? I want to say it so bad. Ooh, but I'm cool with that person. So I'm not going to say it, but it was funny how I said it. But when I heard it, I'm like, damn, what? Did my ears deceive me? I'm like, damn, you supposed hey, look, I was like, damn, to myself, like, don't you got a girl? And you said that about another nigga ass? I was just shocked. But anywho, I love when they show their sides. You know, they show their real sides. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know, a lot of them there. You know, they may be. Some of them may. I don't know. I don't think they. I don't think some of them show off as show gay off. You know, but so you never know. I would say when it comes to some, they like to interact, but they not all. I don't think all of them in that way are that way. I don't. I don't. he said be messy. I heard some questionable things, and then I ain't gonna lie. When certain niggas pronounce certain words, it's like it's so gay. Like damn, liquor ain't gonna lie. When certain people drink liquor, it seems like they get gayer and gayer. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I done heard it on so many panels before. I done heard it in different sectors before. Like damn, these niggas sound very very feminine. Like they'll suck a dick or something. Got the hardest names, but they'll it seems like them niggas may get down or something. And I'm not trying to label everybody, in that category, but sometimes people just show you what it is. I have a good old, and sometimes I be right. I just sit back and watch. I ain't lying to you. And I hear, I observe a lot. Okay, just like just like folks be paying attention to me. Okay, whenever I go somewhere, probably, look, I'm watching them too as well. Yes, indeed. It's almost like you can get a whiff of how a person kind of is a little bit, just a little bit, because you don't know them like that. But if you're close, I think you kind of understand the relationship. But if you ain't that close, and y'all just kind of talk on the tube, you kind of get a whiff of who you're dealing with. And after a while you can choose to go there, to the next extent, to the next part of that I guess the relationship, to the point y'all can be cool. Because you can find friends on YouTube. I've been cool with people on YouTube for a good minute, and people won't know who they are because they don't need to know. I mean, they don't need to be told to nobody, but I have been cool with people on YouTube for a good minute, and we are good friends. Maybe it don't matter what it is. We'll talk about something here, and then we'll leave it alone. I don't have any debates with nobody. No, I don't, baby. I told you I don't try to force people to believe what I believe. If we just don't agree, we just don't agree, and that's what we leave. I leave it at that. But I have good relationships with all my YouTube buddies. I ain't gonna lie to that. We kind of just like family at this point. At this point, we're like family. Okay, we're like family, and it ain't going no. And look, can't nobody ever change that. Nope, I don't care. And just know, if you try to make troll pages and fall into their chats like it's me, so you can get some shit started, just know, I want you to know, they know if I had an issue, I'd come to them. So don't try to get no shit started. Don't try to get no shit started with my name in the what is that? What is that? In the chat, yeah, in the chat. Don't try to get my name in some bullshit and talking slick, because I don't do that to my peoples. I don't bring shit to the tube. If I had a problem with them or not, we ain't finna do all that. I don't do all that. Yeah, I don't even know. It's been people that I done stopped talking to. Hell, I'm not finna discuss it on here. See, I know how to keep certain shit to myself. I may be a little bit of an open book at times, where sometimes, baby, I know how to shut the fuck up and let you guys imagine what you want to imagine. That's the truth. Ooh, this water is really, really good. This water is really, really good. Yes, indeed. And a lot of folks ain't got to worry about me talking, baby. I'm very, very private. It may not sound like it all the time, but I'm very private, and I'm going to always remain that way. Sometimes you can't see every damn thing. A lot of folks done messed that up over the years. A lot of folks have. But, all of what I do want to show, I'll show it. Only for a short, quick time. For a short, quick period, for the time being. Because I don't need everybody trying to snap this and snap that. And, you ain't finna see no Facebooks, none of that. Shit, you may find me on Twitter, but I don't go on there no more. That was boring. That was boring to me. And why in the hell I gotta type out my thoughts every couple of minutes? Hell, like that. I get behind the camera and talk, but baby, we ain't finna do no typing. I ain't finna do no typing. Not at all. I ain't finna do all that. But you guys, I think I'm finna round it up. It's been real. I want to get my ass back in the house because it's a little chilly. You know, I still I gotta handle some things. I hate folding clothes, you guys, and I gotta fold some clothes up. The bag's full of clothes. I gotta fold up. Look. And you know what? That's why I'm gonna get rid of some shit. I'm gonna get rid of that shit, and I may donate it or give it to some family members. You know, I love to pass my hand-me-downs on down to folks that need it. Cause if they wasn't around, I throw that shit right on in the trash. I ain't lying to you. I throw all that shit in the trash. When I done wore it all out. When I done wore some of my shit out, it's going straight to the trash. I'm just get some new shit, you know, in due time, you know. You say I'll do it later. Yeah, I may do it later. Shoot. Well, I need to do it now though, cause I got other things I gotta handle. That's the only thing. But I need to shave. I need to do a lot. So I gotta get back on the ball, you guys. But it's been real. You guys, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you guys liking the video. I try my best to be in my best behavior. Sometimes the shadiness comes out. Yes, indeed, it comes out. Yes, indeed. I'll never forget that one, boy. Hey, I'm gonna have to go on this one, but hearing somebody say big booty, hey, boy, I was like, wow. Tell us how you really feel about another nigga ass. That's how I feel. Tell us how you really feel about another nigga ass. You know, you don't get that a lot of times. I done heard other niggas call other niggas thick before, and they was straight. I heard that. I hear a lot of the suspect stuff. Oh, my dick sucked from the back. What man want they dick sucked from the back? I'm just asking. It sounds like that'll hurt. You want your dick sucked from the back. Dismiss me with that. That's some freaky stuff, but I'm not doing that. I'm sorry for mentioning that, but that was a thought. I just hear a lot of interesting things. Oh, well, I've been hearing a lot of interesting things over the years. I got choked up. That's probably why I choke, because I should be talking about that. But yeah. I heard one song last night. See one of his dicks from the back. It's a funny song on YouTube. If I find it, I'm gonna post it on my page. But I'm not gonna post that on my page. I can't do that because I'm not representing that on my shit. No. Because I'm not one of those channels that talk about sex, you know. So that ain't me. I'm pretty much of a prudish. But yeah, yes indeed, they getting outrageous. Al is getting outrageous talking about that. I think that was Al. Yes, indeed. It's ridiculous stuff. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Some of the things that you will see. I done say some pretty interesting things. But you guys, it's time for me to get up on out of here. And I have enjoyed you guys for even just dropping down and speaking. You know, and I appreciate you guys coming in and listening to me for the time being. You know, it's been a while since I was able to do this. You know, I told you guys what happened, but we ain't got to talk about that, so it's all good. But on that note, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'm gonna try my best to enjoy mine, and it's been real. Peace, you guys. Have a blessed one.